Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Ooh, I almost said Wednesday. Not quite there. It is a happy Tuesday. We are covering American Cha-Cha this month. This week, we're doing our challenge step, which is the crossbody lead. And today, we will cover the lead part. So without further ado, make sure you hit that subscribe button if these videos are helping you, and be part of our dance community so that you don't miss out on any new videos or tips or tricks or anything like that. All right, so yesterday, we'll go ahead and get into it. Yesterday, we reviewed or went over the elements for the crossbody lead. We did the elements both for the lead and the follow. Today, we'll only have to discuss those for the lead. So if you remember, basically, the crossbody lead is two basics, right? Two full basics, which is 16 counts, 8 plus 8, 16 counts, okay? And within those two basics, we are going from facing wall A, rotating to our left, a complete 180 to walk to the opposite wall. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Wall B, C, D, whatever you want to call it, okay? So then why don't we figure out where our feet are going first? Remember, they're going to be side steps, forward steps, or back steps. Very easy. We'll go over that, and then we will talk about the lead as well. This is a challenge step because as beginners, so far, you've been doing pretty much the same thing that your partner has been doing. And to go a step further, your frame has stayed right with your feet. Okay, this is going to be the first example that you get to start doing something a little bit different from your partner, and where your frame and your feet do different things or going in different directions. Okay, so let's not overcomplicate it right away in the beginning here. Let's just look at that feet. To start this, as a lead, you're thinking, okay, when I rock forward on my left foot within my basic, right after that, I'm going to do the crossbody lead. So the first thing we have to do is our half of a basic all the way up to our forward rock with our left foot. So that looks like this, right? We step side, we do our back rock, we do our cha-cha, and then we do our side, and then we do our forward rock. Good. Now, after you replace your weight here back, you are going to turn and look at the next wall to your left. Boop. There we are. Okay. You will execute your cha-chas, which is next in the basic, right? We just did our rock step facing this wall. Okay. So you'll go cha, cha, cha. Very good. After that, you will rotate to the next wall. Okay. But we're going to do that while we're rocking. Okay, so let's get up to that much, like a few times. Okay, so we start with half a basic with our feet. We do our cha-cha and our side step. We do our rock step. We turn and face the wall. We do our cha-cha. Okay, and then what we're going to do is our other rock step. Okay. But as you rock to the side, normally this is your back rock with the right foot, right? So this would not match our basic. It's a side rock. We need to make it a back rock, right? So that's when we're rotating to face our new wall, boom, and put the weight onto that right foot. Just because I turned my body, now my foot's behind me and it's back, right? It's no longer side, okay? So look at that one more time. If I were to stay facing this wall and just go to the side, that would be a side rock, right? Our basic is comprised of a back rock on the right foot. So all I need to do to make that happen is rotate to my new wall and put that foot down for my rock step. Now it's behind me, and now I can finish the forward part of my rock step, right? After that, after every rock in your cha-cha basic, what do? Cha-cha to the side. Right, your right foot's free. That means we're going to the right. So cha, cha, side, right? Rock forward and cha, cha. That's the finish. All right. So let's look at that again. We start facing one wall, okay? And we do half of our basic on that wall. Cha, cha, side. When we forward rock, we think, okay, by the time I'm done rocking, I need to be towards my next wall so I can do my cha, cha, cha. Then by the time I'm doing my back rock, I need to be again at the new wall. Back rock. Okay. And then I finish my basic facing that last wall and cha, cha. All right, let's do it again. All right, so our feet. Again, half a basic, rock back, cha, cha, side. By the end of this forward rock, we are facing the new wall to execute our cha, cha, cha. We have to turn to our new walk to do our back rock. Boom. And we finish out our basic facing that third wall. So cha, cha. So over the period of the crossbody lead, my leaders, you are looking at 3 walls in total. Okay. So if we start facing this way, we're looking at wall 1. We will turn to wall 2, and we will finish on the other side at wall 3. Okay, let's look at that one more time. Just thinking about the feet, okay, and where we should be with our body and what wall. All right, so first wall is half of our basic, cha, cha, side. Second wall is the next cha-chas, cha, cha, cha. And our third wall is our rock step and the rest of our basic. Okay, now we cannot just go from facing this way from our rock and then turning all of a sudden to our new wall. It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to look good. You're dancing with a partner. So they need to kind of know like a second ahead of time where we're going. We need to provide the path for them and for us as well. Okay. So what we do our half of a basic. Okay. Cha, cha, cha. Our forward rock stays the same. However, instead of going straight back like this, you're going to take that foot to the corner instead. Why? Because my body is going to start rotating on that back step. Okay, so yes, once it's down, it's right behind my body, but in relation to where I started, it's back to the corner instead of straight back. Okay, so to prevent a sudden direction change in a yank, okay, going from wall A to wall B, what we do is we use the back half of the rock step to start to rotate. Okay, you can think about going to the corner, and then you will finish that rotation during the cha-cha steps, and you'll be there at the wall. That way it eases into the rotation, and it's not a jerk or a yank. Okay, so we do our half of basic, okay, and cha-cha side. We do our forward rock. On the back half, we start to rotate to our left. Now we're at our wall for our cha-chas. Good. For the next rock step, you have to change your wall. So turn your whole chest and rock back onto the right foot and then forward to replace cha-cha side. Finishing the basic on this wall. Okay, so let me go a little bit quicker just so you have an idea how it looks like with no pauses or stops. Okay, I'm still not using my frame, but I do have good posture. My footwork is all toes. I'm touching the toe with the floor with each step first. I'm not doing any chunky heels. Okay, those things are important, and I am keeping my cha-cha tiny, which we covered way back when, first week of September, right? So I'm starting with half of my basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Right? Again, I counted to 8 twice. So it's a full 2 full basics is the amount of beats and amount of time you're doing, which is 16 counts. Okay? All right, now let's talk about your frame and the actual lead. As long as you're moving yourself, the lady is attached to you. She is going to move herself. You do not have to move her, but you do have to lead her. What does a leader do? A leader leads by example, right? Not by force. A good leader, right? So we want to be good leaders. We don't want to force them and move them into their footwork and their steps and all that. But we do want to guide them and lead them by doing our part correctly. Okay, so let's put our frame up. So keep those elbows in front. I'm going to talk a lot about the elbows. And if this is hard for you to hold, you can do like I Dream a Genie or anything like that. But as long as the elbows are pretty much staying in front. Okay. All right. So we've got our frame up. All right. Let's talk about when it stays with what we just learned and when it doesn't. Okay. So for the first half of the basic, I'm going to do it first facing you. It's going to stay. Okay, so it stays right in front of you the whole first half. Okay, now during the forward rock, it is also going to stay. Okay, as you do the rotation and the prep, it's also going to stay. Okay, all the way up until that you're facing that corner and you've prepped the rotation. Okay, we're about to look at our new wall for the cha-cha. Okay, all the way up to this point, the frame, the elbows are going to stay right in front of you, right with your own hips. Okay, so let's look at that again. I'll actually do it this way this time. I want you to see how my elbows are staying right in front, in line with my hips. Cha, cha, one. It stays, and even on this, when I rotate, I allow my frame to rotate with me. Okay, well, one more time, I'll face you again so you can see. My elbows stay right in front of me during the first half of the basic, during the forward rock, and during the prep. Now, here is where it gets different and new. When we go to the side wall, I want you to think about leaving your elbows in that corner, okay? So your hips and your toes will face the wall, but my frame and elbows are staying in the corner, okay? This would be over with my hips. This is staying over with the corner, okay? Let me do that facing away from you. All right, so we do our basic. My elbows are staying with my hips. 4 and 1. They stay for the forward rock. They stay for the prep. They rotated a little bit with the prep. But now, as my feet and my hips finish the rotation to my wall, my frame is staying in that corner. Why, you ask? I'm so glad you asked. Because the lady needs to stay behind us all the way through those cha-chas, okay? So your frame staying over here is going to communicate that to her. She's connected to that frame. She knows to stay there, okay? So she's doing her cha-chas over here. If you bring that elbow with your hips to the wall during your cha-cha, what you're going to do is you're going to lead her to pass you during those cha-chas, and then she'll be out of position for the next part, okay? So it is very important that you keep her to your right side here. Keep your frame, which is her, to your right side or to that corner while you're doing your cha-chas with your hips facing the wall, okay? So let's look at that one more time. Okay, I'll do it in 2 different views. First, this view, okay? Notice my elbows are staying right with my hips. They stay, they stay. Now my hips leave my frame. Okay, one more time, facing this way. Here I am. My elbows are staying with my hips. Cha, cha, cha. They stay, but now my hips go ahead and finish the rotation, and my frame did not. So it did not stay with my hips. Okay? All right, so let's finish it out now. All right, so after we've done the cha-cha-cha on our second wall, right? We've rotated to our second wall. Our frame is still in the corner, and we finished all 3, our cha-cha, and then our side step. So we're ready to do our back rock. But remember, our back rock is executed not facing this wall, right? We have to get facing our new wall, okay, with our frame as we do that back rock. All right, so look at that one more time. I'm standing on my left foot. My elbows are over to my right corner, okay? My hips are to my wall. As I shift my weight to my right foot, I am going to rotate my spine to the left to my new wall. Boom. Okay. And then they stay right there. Now that you've rotated, you should be all lined up. Elbows, hips together to finish it out on the new side. Rock, step, chop, chop. Okay, so again, after we set up the crossbody lead, after we've rotated to our second wall, after we've left our frame in the corner and took our cha-cha side step, now as one big motion, you're going to transfer your weight to your right, but bring your frame and your hips to the left to your new wall. Ready? Go. Boom. Rewind. Try it again. So you're here to your right corner on your left foot. You're going to rotate your spine and transfer your weight to your right foot behind you. And then just shift forward and cha, 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 finishing the basic. Cha, cha. All right, let's put it all together very slowly, okay? So that you can feel everything that's happening and be aware of it. So, elbows in front. We start with half of a basic on our first wall. We stay there for the forward rock. On the back half of that forward rock, we prep our rotation going to the corner. Now we take our hips, but leave our frame and do our cha-cha side on our new wall. Now we shift our weight to our right foot as we rotate to our new wall. Shift forward to the left, cha-cha side. Finishing your basic to the end. All right, here we go again. Let me do it facing you this time. Maybe just watch this time so you can see it, and then we'll do it again with me, with my back to you so you can follow along, okay? So, seeing the whole big picture here. Whoops, I'm a lead. We start to the side, facing our first wall. We're going to stay there for the forward part of the rock. On the back half, we rotate to the corner. On our cha-cha steps, we take our hips and our toes to that next wall, leaving our frame in the corner. Then all together here, we're going to take our frame to our left as we transfer to our right foot. Then we transfer our weight forward. Our frame is back right in front of our hips, ready to do the next thing, whatever it be that we choose. All right, let me turn around. Here we go. One time slowly, and then we'll go through it a little bit quicker. Okay? Elbows in front, feet are turned out. We're stepping with the toes of our feet, and we have a little bit of forward poise, holding a tennis ball under our chin. Ready? We have one rock step. Staying at this wall. We stay, we prep. Move the hips, cha, one. Rotate everything to the last wall, cha, cha, one. Rock, step, cha, cha. All right, here we go. A little bit faster. And one. Staying at the first wall, cha, cha, one. We stay, we prep. Move the hips, and one. Move everything to the last wall, cha, cha, side, forward rock, finishing the cha-cha. One last time. I'm going to try not to say any of the cues, just the numbers, so you can remember and hear again how it works out with the timing, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Ready to start one, or maybe a rotating basic into crossovers or something else. I think one of my kids' friends just got here. You hear the dog. He's probably going to wake up the toddler. So I'm going to go run and prevent that from happening. But thanks for tuning in. Please let me know if you have any questions, if anything was unclear. I really pride myself and I work hard and I study hard to be a clear teacher. And I love when people tell me that that's what they like about my classes, because I put in that effort to do that, right? It's so easy to complicate things. So if I explained something that was too complicated, let me know, please. That's how I get better, and that's how everybody who learns from me gets better, okay? So yeah, I'm here. Let me know what you're having fun with, what's challenging you, and we'll be in touch. Tomorrow we'll cover the follow side. And remember, there's more elements for the follows. We've got the basic, we've got the lockstep, or the progressive cha-cha, and the scissor drum. So we'll put all three of those together tomorrow and figure out how to dance the follow part. And then Thursday, put them both together. So don't miss out. Love being here. Love seeing you. Love helping you. We'll see you next time. Ciao.